Thank you, President Officer.
Thank you, Ms Mocking. And I call Emma Roddick. Ms Roddick.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. I too want to thank Elena Whitham for raising this report in the Parliament. And I know how important this issue is to her and how much work she's done to tackle harmful alcohol and drug use. And I do think the Parliament is going to be poorer for losing her insightful and empathetic contributions. The statistics in the report speak for themselves. Almost 2/3 of people in prison having an alcohol disorder, and the best part of a third possibly being dependent, but so many of them are willing to take help. And that is the important part, because as we've just heard from Carol Mockin, that is not always the case. So that is a huge opportunity that has been presented to us to support these people. Now, there's undoubtedly an issue with stigma that will drive not only addiction, but the severity of addiction for those who are in prison or reintegrating into society afterwards. And I would point out that some of the rhetoric that we just heard during FMQs is very unlikely to help this issue. Trying to make prison as punitive as possible is not going to reduce prison numbers or crime. It is not going to make the lives of victims, families or anyone any better. As Elena put it, this is not soft justice, this is smart justice. It serves absolutely nobody to keep people stuck in a cycle of addiction and crime when we know what's causing it. And I think we have a lot to learn yet on addictions and the societal impact both ways, how the negative impacts of how people with addictions are treated are felt not just by that person but by all of us. Failing to support people costs us money, it costs us time, and it costs us fellow members of society who could be more functioning, happier and active contributors to our communities, rather than just likely to return to prison again once they're released. I was struck by comments from prison officers on my recent visit to HMP Inverness. They said that they really get to know a lot of their prisoners. They get to build trust and they understand and see the cycle that so many people are caught in. And they see how poor treatment and judgment that those they've supported inside often then go on to receive outside, even from those who should be offering them support, makes them far more likely to return to the behaviours and the people that led them to their convictions in the first place. So unable to get that support that they really need, they instead return to the harmful support networks that they're used to and return to alcohol and drugs and return to committing more crime. We heard from Elena Whitham that your experiences, your disadvantage and your trauma often seem to write your future for you. And it's really clear from this report that people are suffering something that they don't have control or influence over. But we have that opportunity when people are in the justice system to recognise that high likelihood of them developing the illness and give them prevention and treatment inside. There is no excuse for somebody who's dependent on alcohol in the justice system not having that dependency addressed. Thank you.